University of California at Irvine professor Dr. Roger Walsh published his exhaustive research into therapeutic lifestyle changes for optimizing mental health. He called it 8 Ways to Well-Being. Now, psychologist Dr. Sonnee Weedn and Jameson Monroe, founder of Newport Healthcare and Newport Academy, have adapted Dr. Walsh's research into a workbook specifically formulated for teenagers and their families who hope to achieve a fulfilling life of recovery and optimal physical and mental health. 8 Ways to Sustainable Well-Being for Teens and Families is the exciting result.
Teenagers are not only still growing brains and bodies, but are establishing the healthy eating habits that may last a lifetime. We want them to learn and practice good nutrition habits that will support their mental as well as physical well-being, particularly during what are often the stressful years of adolescence. Parents can support these good nutrition habits by teaching their teens how to shop for and cook balanced meals for the family. Fast food should be discouraged altogether, and foods and drinks high in sugar and/or caffeine can be limited. Meal planning, shopping, and cooking are good ways to foster not only good nutrition habits, but also meaningful casual time together. In today's world, working families are often busy and rushed, but having a healthy mealtime together, even if it is brief, is a powerful statement about the value of togetherness. Offer gratitude for the food you are consuming and the people whose work brought it to the table. It is important to educate teens and their families about good nutrition because there has been much confusion about what sort of diet is best. Opinions vary, but most professionally trained dietitians agree that a diet heavily weighted towards organic fruits and vegetables, lean protein, and healthy fats is ideal. Limit processed foods as much as possible, and that means most everything that comes in a package. Learn about the difference between sustainably grown organic food versus agribusiness in terms of monoculture, soil depletion, humane treatment of animals, and other aspects of food so vitally important to our mental and physical health, and which few people take the time to understand. Good nutrition is the foundation of optimizing our mental health.
The next point on the star is exercise. Psychiatrists and other mental health professionals have known for some time that exercise is a fabulous antidepressant and anti-anxiety prescription, and it often performs equally well as prescription medication for mood enhancement and stabilization without the potential side effects. Exercise actually increases brain size and improves its function. It decreases the chances of disease and dementia. We are built to move, and finding an acceptable means of daily exercise enhances our overall physical health and definitely enhances our sense of well-being. Don't forget to include exercises to improve your balance to prevent falls in the future. Any form of regular exercise for 20 minutes or more each day is a recipe for overall health. Exercise is vital to teens for mental and physical health. The temptation of too much screen time often competes with optimal health habits and steals time that is needed for physical activity. Put the screen devices aside and get moving.
The third point of the star is relaxation. Teenagers and their families live with a high degree of stress in our fast-paced, highly pressured, and competitive world. Huge amounts of information and choices arrive faster than ever and must be processed and acted on quickly. It can be exhausting, and our teenagers are reflecting these pressures with increasing issue of poor mental health and even suicide. teens and their families need to be taught how to relax their minds and bodies for rest and rejuvenation. Mindfulness meditation and focused breathwork practiced daily are powerful means of reducing excessive stress and are antidotes to anxiety and depression, which are currently on the increase in our teenage population. Teens and families face unprecedented pressures and choices daily. They need time each day set aside to bring relaxation to mind and body, to reduce mental fatigue and burnout, and to enhance creativity and ultimately productivity. So start with 10 minutes and increase the time a few minutes. In addition to your formal mindfulness or other relaxation practices, try to make it a habit to slow down a little. Walk a little bit slower, smell the flowers, and take notice of your general surroundings. Guard yours and your teens' time for this essential aspect of optimal well-being.
Laughter is good medicine, and the fourth point of the star is recreation. Play is essential, and teens and families definitely need playtime to have fun spending time with friends, family members, or pursuing an interest or hobby of their own. Teens and adults, too, often confuse healthy play and fun with destructive or risky activities such as drug or alcohol consumption. Play is meant to promote health and vitality and should never include destructive or dangerous activities. Humor and silliness offer real medical benefits, as laughter can reduce stress and promote healing. Recreation is recreation. When we have fun, our spirits are lifted and we can make room for creativity. Sometimes teenagers have set aside their former hobbies and interests due to outside pressures or issues of deteriorating mental health or substance abuse. So this is an essential and oftentimes overlooked area for exploration and healing. So, what are you doing individually and as a family to be creative and have fun? Where do you like to go in your free time? What do you like to do that makes you smile? Do you have a hobby? Something you like to do in your spare time? Do you have time to play? If not, you need to make some changes to save time for the healing salve of recreation. Explore the world around you and find things to do that are fun and excite you. The main thing is for it to be a time out for you. So enjoy yourself and don't forget, fun is fundamental. The next point of our star is relationships, the human connection. Research indicates that at the top of the chart for what makes for well-being for all people is relationship. We begin our lifelong task of learning about relationships as infants, and we are learning more and more about how to interact with others as we grow and develop more awareness of ourselves in relation to our families, friends, teachers, and others. When we have meaningful relationships, our brains actually resonate with others, picking up subtle cues and helping us learn to understand them and develop empathy for them and vice versa. We are knowingly or unknowingly practicing the art of relationship every time we interact with family members, friends, teachers, and even in casual interactions with service people and everyone we interact with. In addition, human interaction during our daily life is also a marker for health and longevity, apparently because it strengthens our immune systems and guards against disease and depression. So make it a point to strengthen your family relationships. Since we become more like the people we hang out with, choose healthy companions. Say hello to people on the street and greet service people with a warm smile and greeting. You'll feel better, and so will they. Teens are beginning to learn about and perhaps experience romantic relationships. which can add to overall health and well-being if they bring joy and happiness. Beware of relationships that are overly dramatic or destructive. Take time to learn good conflict resolution skills, as all relationships will have bumps along the way. Remember, relationship skills are learned. They don't just magically happen. And relationships are our greatest human adventure, so enjoy the journey.
The hallmark of life is change. And what is it that knows the most about change? Nature, of course. It's changing all the time. The 6th point of the star is time in nature. We resonate strongly when we spend time in the beauty of nature. And yet, our modern lives are spent mostly indoors in unnatural light with little to remind us of a powerful truth. We are part of nature and meant to coexist meaningfully with it and in it. Research shows that spending time in nature is healing and profoundly restorative. Being outdoors in nature reduces heart rate and lowers blood pressure just by spending significant time outside. The teen years are full of changes, from developing bodies, expanding minds, adopting identities, and so much more. And teens are developing values related to long-term health habits too. Since nature is always in the process of change, it provides many metaphors to teach us about making these changes gracefully and without resistance. As your mother or grandmother might say, go outside and play.
The 7th point of the star is giving back. A good saying is, give of yourself to get for yourself. We don't live for ourselves alone, and teenagers can provide so much energy and enthusiasm in the service to others in their family or their community. Being aware of our blessings and abundance allows us to give generously of our time and personal gifts and talents. You can give back in innumerable ways as a volunteer in hospitals, libraries, schools, and endless other community organizations. You can encourage others as they strive for better health, assist parents, friends, and neighbors with chores and projects, or offer to walk someone's dog or babysit their children for a few hours. When we offer our service to others, we reap the rich reward of knowing that we have contributed to the world's work. Never believe that you have nothing to give or no time to offer. When we help others, it turns out that we help ourselves. Giving back is a great way to experience our own humanity and to reap the rich rewards of the cheerful giver.
And finally, our last and possibly most important point of the star is spirituality. Relationships to spirit and the divine, whatever that may mean to you, do not necessarily require great buildings or temples, doctrines, or religions. Teens and their families can evolve a sense of spirituality that will contribute to their health and well-being. If you are part of an organized religious group, you know that it is based in spiritual principles of character development and emphasizes the foundation of spiritual practices, such as prayer and or meditation. Teens and families can choose other means of spiritual practice through inspirational reading, meditation, cultivating beautiful environments, and conversations about ethical behavior and personal integrity. Spirituality requires a true spiritual practice that is regular and definable. It is important to determine and practice our spiritual beliefs. So long as we are exploring and practicing rituals and behaviors that emphasize love, hope, forgiveness, kindness, and such, the health benefits will be realized. It is said that the greatest of all works of art is your own life. Be an artist and create the finest and healthiest work of art you can. Sculpt your lifestyle and enjoy the benefits. There is no better time to begin than the teen years, right now, when you're building the person you will become. 8 Ways to Sustainable Well-Being for Teens and Their Families is a call to action for optimizing our mental health and a support system for all those who have an intention to heal their bodies, minds, and spirits. If you follow these 8 ways, making even small, sustainable changes in your lifestyle, you'll provide a foundation of health and well-being for the rest of your life. It's typically free of charge and does not require medication or any special circumstances. So, what are you waiting for?